Oh, hey YouTube, what's going on? Oh, yep, that's right. You saw the title. Guess what? Catfishing Incident Part 2. I'm sharing with you guys because I think that people should know and like be prepared for this weird stuff, okay? So, anyway, to recap, basically what happened is I meet this girl on MySpace when it was popular or whatever, and I go over to her house. She tells me to come in without even answering the door. Weird. Okay. I know what you guys are thinking. Like, why did you even do it? I was naive, okay? Give me a break. Just let me finish my story, alright? So anyway, I'm in there in the kitchen. She turns around. She's making me fettuccine Alfredo and Kool-Aid. Kids, do not drink Kool-Aid from people you do not know. So anyway, she turns around. She goes, "Oh, I know, I look different with my glasses on." Yeah, you look different. Like you've got a different mommy and daddy. Yeah, nice designer glasses. They really change your appearance. Yeah, not buying it. So anyway, she's like, "Here's the fettuccine Alfredo." She puts it on the table, and she's like, "Here's the Kool-Aid," and I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm so sorry. I just do not feel good right now. I think I would throw up if I ate that, which I probably would have thrown up. I probably would have just thrown up because I was feeling weird about this whole situation. I didn't know if I was on a TV show. I didn't know what was going on. I was freaking out. But it gets worse. Okay, real quickly, to go on with this story, I need to warn you guys. It gets graphic, okay? And if anybody's offended by graphic material, please pause this video right now, go up to the search bar in YouTube, and type in balloons. But if you don't mind the graphic nature material, and you're old enough to watch it, please continue watching. So, anyway, she's like, "Well, okay, fine, well, we can still hang out or whatever." And, and I'm like seriously feeling kind of sick. So I went over and got a glass from the pantry, or not the pantry, the freaking, you know what I'm talking about, the shelves, I can't think of the word right now because I'm flustered. So I get a cup out and then I get some water out of the tap because I can trust the local water district. But I can't trust this girl because she's a liar. She's a liar. A liar. A liar. So anyway, she's like taking me for a tour of the house. She's like, "Oh, there's the bathroom." Okay. Don't plan on staying long enough for that. She takes me to her bedroom. What? Front door. What? The Weird. She takes me down the hallway, opens up the door to her parents' room. I'm not one to judge people, but I get the uh-oh feeling, okay? Uh-oh feeling. The uh-oh feeling. So anyway, she's like, "Well, let's go look at the movie room downstairs." Yeah, guys, she sounded like that too. Okay, before I tell you this part, I'm going to warn you about the graphic nature again, okay? And also, a lot of people said, "You use the word phenomenal a lot." In the first part 1 of this whole catfishing incident, oh, fine, I won't use it, but this was phenomenal, so... So anyway, turn the YouTube channel off right now. This is where it gets graphic, if you don't like this stuff, okay? So we go downstairs to the movie room, and the movie room is outdated, okay? I mean, like the furniture, and I'm not one to talk, my stuff's outdated too, but not this bad. My goodness. The carpet, the mildew smell, the TV, the 3,000-pound flat-screen TV that would break your spine if you tried to lift, whatever. So we're down there, blah, blah. She's like, "This is the movie room." Okay, and then I didn't expect this from her. She turns off the light, climbs on top of me, and tries to start smooching me. And I do one of these. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Please turn the light on. She's like, "I like the light off." And I'm like, "Well, I personally want the light on. And I'm not the kind of guy that's just not going to mess around like the first time I ever meet you, okay? And I'm thinking in my head, I'm not the kind of guy that will ever hang out with you or talk to you again once I leave this house. Boom, I'm scot-free. So anyway, she turns the light on. She then continues to get back on top of me. She's like, wait, we can just have a little fun. No. I'm like, no. And she goes, oh my gosh. And I'm like, what? She stands up. And I'm like looking at her. And she looks down at her vag area. I know that's not probably politically correct. I don't know what to say in this situation, so please forgive me if I have offended you. But like I said, turn off the video. And I look down, and it looks like what appears to be blood. Yeah, that's right. And she looks at me and she says, I hope you don't mind. She hopes that I don't mind. What the? So I had to think of something quick. I had to get out of the situation. I'm like, did you hear that noise upstairs? And she goes, what noise? And I'm like, I heard somebody walking upstairs. She goes, oh, it's just the dog. And I'm like, no, it's not. I heard footsteps from a human, and I can tell the difference. Trust me, I can tell the difference. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So she goes upstairs, and I'm like, oh yeah, Chuck Ching, I can go out the basement door. What? I'm out. I'm gonna get in my car. Peace out. Free as a bird. Freedom. So anyway, I go, and I'm looking around. You know, the windows were just too small. Back then, I was like buff and ripped, and you know, I could probably fit these days, but back then I couldn't fit through these windows. So anyway, I go through the lawn, like to this door or whatever, open it up. It's the laundry room. Cool. Got some windows, too small, you know, whatever. And then the basement door, it was so weird. It was so weird, guys. Please learn from this experience. This is so weird. The door had one of those bars that, like, if you ever worked in, like, I don't know, like, I mean, you probably pushed them before. It's those doors that have the bars and you push and then they open, okay? It's unusual for a home. I've never seen them in somebody's home before. And what's more weird about that is there was a chain, a big chain that looks like it could pick up a semi-truck, wrapped around the freaking bar so many freaking times that you couldn't push the bar and it had a padlock on it. What? I knew I had to get the hell out of this house. I knew it. This is just weird. This is just incredibly insane. I just know. And I take martial arts. I play soccer. I've got some strong legs. I kick the crap out of this door. Boom. I'm kicking the crap out of this door, and it's not going anywhere. I'm like, I need to get the hell out of this house. This is so crazy. I'm gonna get killed. I'm gonna get killed. No way. I'm not gonna die today. There's no freaking way somebody's gonna take my life today. So I'm creeping up the stairs like real slow, right? I'm like, I hope this little girl doesn't have a freaking gun. Oh gosh. Anyway, I get up. As I get to the top of the stairs where it enters the kitchen, she comes in from the hallway area where I had first originally entered the kitchen, and she has a knife. A big one for kitchen use. But I'm sure it could chop somebody up pretty easy, right? So I'm like, whoa! I'm like, put the knife down. She's like, but you said you heard somebody up here, and I thought it was like my ex, and he's crazy, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, put the knife down. Is there anybody up here? She's like, no, I didn't see anybody. I'm like, then put the knife down. And I'm like, looking around like, okay, I need to grab the knife too. Like, oh my gosh, if she comes at me, what am I going to do? Like, I'm not trained for this situation. So anyway, she puts the knife down. and I had to like do something quick. And look, remember, just I like didn't know what was going on, and I'm like so flustered, and I'm just like my mind's like racing, and I mean like you can sit behind the YouTube your computer screen and say, well, I would have did this, and I would have did this, and I would have did that, and whatever, blah 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 blah. Yeah, well, I was not prepared for any of this at all. Okay, so when you are flustered, you cannot like you can't think so clearly all the time. Okay, so anyway. I like pretend like I look down the hallway. I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I just saw him. I'm like, what color hair does he have? And she's like, brown hair. And I'm like, he is outside. He's walking out the front door, because I knew that the sliding door to the deck was there, right there in the kitchen. So she's like, I'll be right back. And she reaches for the knife, and I'm like, no. I'm like, just go talk to him. She's like, but he's crazy. I'm like, just go talk to him. So she goes out the front door. What do? Boom, here's my opportunity. Oh, yeah. Go, and I try to slide the door. Of course, it's locked. Of course. Just like a bad, scary movie. It's locked. Yeah. So I unlock it. Boom. Cut off broomstick, blocking the door. I'm like, if this door's locked, I'm going to throw a chair through this damn thing. I don't care. I'm going to get the heck out of this freaking house. So anyway, I get the broomstick up. The door slides open. Oh, my gosh. To smell the air. Never smelled so good. And it was a long jump, people. I've never jumped from that distance. I did a hanging jump because it was so high. I'm going to give Jackie Chan some credit. I'm going to give him some credit because that was a far jump. And when I landed, I busted my ankle. Yeah, I hurt it. And then I hurt my side. You know what? But I didn't care. I was free. I didn't die. And I'm getting the hell out of here. Right? I'm going to call the police on this little crazy girl that's lying to people. Freaking me out. So anyway, what do you know? Ironically, I'm walking up the hill to the side of the house so I can go to my car that's 3 houses down because she just had to park down there because her parents might come home. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, right. It's probably so she could kill me and nobody would suspect that I was parked, by their house and that nobody would suspect them, right? Until a funny odor was coming from the freaking basement. So anyway, she meets me, ironically, as I'm coming up to the side of the house, and I went off on her. I'm like, you're crazy! I'm like, you're fake! Leave me alone! Blah, blah, blah. I started screaming at the top of my lungs. I don't think I've ever yelled that loud in my whole life. So I ran down with this gimped ankle. I'm like, ah! And I get to my car, and I'm telling you, I didn't have one of those beep, beep, car unlocker things, remote. So the more that you try to put the key in the lock, the more you miss. The faster you do it, the more you miss. So I missed, and she's like coming at me, and I'm like, poof, I finally unlock it. I get in, boom, lock my car door. She puts her hands on my window. Why are you doing this? I love you. I said, get away from my car. I turned my car on. I put this car in reverse, and I don't care if I run over her foot. She deserves it if I do. I don't care. So I put it in reverse, and this is a residential street. I reverse like madman. I spin my wheel around. My car does a freaking 180. I mean, not perfect, but it was effective. Put my car in drive. My car wasn't fast, but that day I made sure it was as fast as it could go. And I flipped up, and I rolled down the window, and I gave her one of those middle fingers, and she was calling my phone on the way back. And I'm like, don't you ever call me again. And she's like, but I love you. Why are you doing this to me? I just look different in person. So I get back to the dorm, right? Because I was living at the dorms at Northern Kentucky University, and I'm telling my buddy Chapo, and I'm telling my buddy Chris, I'm telling them about this incident, and they're like, not believing me. It's like, whatever, dude. What, you were scared of a little girl? Whatever, dude. Even if, who couldn't handle a little girl? Guys, the moral of this story is, and I got this advice from Tom Gertie, which is a friend of my family. He said, whenever you want to meet somebody, do it on your own terms. Meet them at your destination and location. Be in control always. And he said, don't ever meet anybody online. And I would recommend not doing that. I don't think it's a good idea. Okay? And, if I could redo everything, I'd change a lot of things. But I learned a lot from this, and, thankfully, I'm alive to tell about it.